Driving here this morning, I had a 3 doe and a real nice buck cross in front of me into an area that I can't hunt. A lot of posted land, but getting some real nice buck sign up here. There's at least one real nice one up in here. Hitting big trees, hooking it all up. A lot of scrapes. I'm starting to see a lot of rutting activity the last week. It's about 8:15, Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Coming into the last weekend of Vermont season. Getting to a pile of deer size. Snow's not quite as noisy as it was before, but it's still pretty bad. But I only have a few hours this morning, so I want to come up and try it. This stretch right through here is usually when I have the most luck in Vermont, so we'll see what happens. Just see a little doe working up into this piece from low, working up back up towards the top. There's a lot of deer sign in here. The deer working this over pretty heavy. So hardest part is walking up in here, but I'm just taking my time. The deer track's going every which way. She kind of took a few bounds. I think she heard me a little bit, but she didn't really know, so she kind of settled down and just started walking, feeding up through. So I'm in a good spot. So we're gonna really work this area over and see what we can do. So I'm working out and I'm working through this kind of a thick old cut along the edge of it best I can, and I see a real nice doe and her fawn. So I don't know how many doe I've seen this year. Could be pushing 25 doe. So it's the last Saturday of the Vermont rifle season. Down to about a day and a half left now. It's 20 of 10, and I just see a small doe group. I believe it was all doe. I got to watch two of them a long time. It was a button buck and a twin sister. And then I thought it was just the two of them because they stood there for a long time. And then they started kind of going back to feeding. And then another doe came out, and she was a nice doe. And when she got out there, the little ones have been watching me. When she got out there and she kind of looked up and saw me, she didn't hesitate. She was kind of out of there. And when I went, I saw 4 go. So I don't know. I'm assuming the other one was a doe with them. But anyway, so down at the edge of this cut again. So they're still hanging in here. So anyways, I'm going to keep poking along and we'll see what it can do. So we're down to our last weekend, and tell you, by this point, a lot of guys have already packed it in for the year. They've given up and gone home, and honey's a grind. I mean, you just got to keep going. I can promise you, you're never going to shoot when sitting at home on your couch watching a football game on a Sunday. You got to keep cutting out, and some days it's hard. It's physically, mentally, even emotionally draining sometimes to be out here. It's funny to love something that'll just beat on you so bad, but you know, you just got to keep getting out here and just keep doing it. I might not get a buck this year in Vermont rifle. I always take that chance every year you go out, you know. But I've seen over 30 deer this year. Seen a couple of small bucks. I haven't been able to, put a tag on one. But you know, you just got to keep going. It could happen. I mean, I could get up and I could move over this way a couple hundred yards, and there could be one standing there. So you just got to keep after it. Go right to the end. I'm just as confident to the last day as I am on the first day. Just keep after it and have fun. And if you feel that you're starting to get drained and you just need a break, take a break. You know, there's no point of being out here if you aren't focused. I've had a few days where Friday I was going to come out for a few hours because I had stuff I had to do later in the day, and alarm went off, and I just went, I'm just going to sleep in today. So I slept into like 7 and spent the day with my family. Maybe you sleep in some morning, you don't go out till 10. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either. Don't burn yourself out. Keep it fun. And if it's not fun, then take a break. Just keep at it and have fun and don't give up. And that's all you can do. You're not always going to get one. That's why they call hunting and not killing. It's the experience, and you get out there, and when you are successful, that what makes it so special. So good luck to everybody. Just keep after it and shoot straight when you see them. Last day of the Vermont rifle season, and it's about 11 o'clock, and I came back to the area where I got a shot at that little buck last weekend. I got into a ton of buck signs, so I decided to check that out this morning. And with the snow gone up there now, you can't tell if this stuff 2 weeks or 2 days old, this sign anymore. So it wasn't really interesting me. It wasn't getting my attention too much like it did last weekend. So it seemed like the deer have kind of moved out of there. So I decided I was going to come low because everybody else up here hunts high. There's a lot of people that hunt it, but when they do, they're always high. So I thought I'd come down low, and I'm working down closer to the road. And I was down here about 10 minutes and I saw a doe. So I figured maybe, gambling, that maybe people had pushed them down low. So I'm just going to parallel this road and work down through, and we'll see what we can see. I mean, maybe we'll get into a few more. I've yet to go a day yet this season. I haven't seen at least one, so it's been a good year. And worst case, muzzleloader opens up next weekend, so it's far from over. Rifle season's coming to a close maybe, but we still have another whole 10 days of muzzleloader coming up. So we're just gonna poke down through here and see what we can do, and maybe we'll get into one. You never know. Shot him the last day before, so I just see another doe, and then finding some beds up on there on this side hill too. So nothing huge. Both doe were pretty small, 85, 90 pounds, but I'm getting into them, so not really seeing much for buck sign. But that's not always a bad thing. A lot of times the bucks will get down on here in bed during the day or stuff, and they might not make all the sign unless they get up on top. But anyways, at least getting into some sign, so better than nothing. We'll start working our way back toward the truck and decide what we're doing from there.